This artichoke is not happy. We got snow. Oh, so many mistakes. So many mistakes. We'll see if we still have food when this is over. It's okay. It's really pretty. And very silly. So we're worried about mold and water here because we haven't put ventilation in the south building yet because it's just not done, and we were getting condensation on the door and the window just because of the heat difference from outside and inside. This place has in-floor water heating, so it's just very humid in here, which I'm trying to take advantage of with plants like a weirdo. But yeah, so like we're using this dehumidifier and it just fills up every day being in here. And I'm using it to water the plants because why not? That seems smarter than wasting it and just throwing it outside, and then I don't have to go in the house to get stuff. Yeah. It's so weird, but things are growing fairly well out here, and hopefully soon I will be able to transplant most of these brassicas into the new container gardens in the greenhouse. That's my plan. So yeah, that is a future Lauren problem, and we will see what happens. But for the most part, the plants in here are looking pretty good. And these are just silly things that will be here forever. Those are sweet potato slips and a weird sunflower that just popped up on the thing. And some peppers. And then there's one weird cherry tomato up there that just got, or sorry, yellow pear tomato and a red pear tomato that just got enormous. So I put him out here. Sorry. But yeah, a yellow pear and a red pear tomato because I had an extra and they're just massive. The rest are in the house on a windowsill, so they're colder and they have less light, so their growth is stunted, but that's on purpose because eventually I will put them in hanging baskets, and that was the plan. But yeah, we'll get hanging baskets, and then in probably March or April I'll move them into the greenhouse. I think that's real. I think that's the plan. I think the plan is they will grow on the windowsill through February, and then in March I'll clean out the hanging baskets that are just on the fence line and put the tomatoes in there, potentially with some basil, and then get them acclimated probably out here and then moved out to the greenhouse. And then in May I will hang them on the fence, and then if we do have fear of frost I'll move them back into the greenhouse, and hopefully they'll be okay. We will see. And then I'm a silly person who planted potatoes in these potato buckets. I just have like the side harvesting, right? Like they have holes cut in the side. You can pop them in and out. They were on sale and super cheap, so I bought 7 of them to grow potatoes in this year, and then in the summer I'll grow in my IKEA grow packs in the yard, and then these pots that I'm doing inside and outside. But my plan is to try to stagger the planting on these, so I'll do another set of potatoes in a month so that we'll have just like a bunch of potatoes because we eat a bunch of potatoes. And then because these do have drainage holes in them, I got one of the like shoe trays to just use for underwatering, and so that it has somewhere for the water to escape and not pool on the ground. It's almost like it's on purpose in a plan. But yeah, I did this, I want to say 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. Yeah, only a week ago. And they're already this tall. And I'm not using any light, they're just getting what bounces off here. So that's kind of cool. I'm gonna water the plants now. You had so many rocks in your shoe.
I have to bring them outside.
Yeah, let's pick up the rocks and bring them outside after you put on your monster feet.
It's not a monster boot. It's a dinosaur boot.
Oh, it is a dinosaur boot. You want to go outside?
Yes. I'm going to go Oh.
Hey.
I'm here.
Yeah, you are here. Why do you want to go outside? Why do you want to go outside, Lil?
Find the grass.
Yep, you want to go find the grass in the snow?
I need gloves.
Yeah, we do need gloves. Let's see if we can find some gloves. There's one.
Small ones.
You need small ones.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, what about these ones? These should be cozy warm.
No.
No.
That's Mommy's.
No, Mommy's hands are definitely not that small. You want to try?
The new one.
Okay.
And then now my gloves.
Cozy?
Yes. Yeah. You started help me, Mommy. Help me.
Okay, I'll help you.
My gloves in my pocket in your pocket.
You want me to wear your gloves? Or take your gloves away?
No. Yes.
Okay, so gloves off in my pocket. Good job.
Now let's go.
It's a curd. It's a curd.
Cold.
Yeah, it's snow. Snow is cold.
Ugh. Oh, the table is cold too.
Yep, the table is cold too.
Look,
Yeah,
no, here.
there is snow here.
The table don't break the snow.
Yes. Careful with the snow. Try not to slip.
Okay.
Did you kick the Mary?
Yeah.
What? Ah! Snowball fight.
Yeah.
What? Okay, if you're going to have a snowball fight, let's go over there and away from the stairs.
Okay.
Okay. You want me to hit you with snow?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Ah! Hey, silly.
Yeah.
Ah! Snow fights in the vegetable garden. Well, my onions and my garlic look good. Some grass coming in. But... Ah! Oh. Ready?
Yes.
My garlic bed, that is just too big. Ah!
Come on now. Here.
Okay, you want to have a snowball fight here?
Yeah, now here.
Okay, hold on. Oh, the door's locked. Alright, I'm gonna harvest some breakfast from the frozen ground.
Help me, Mommy.
Yep, we'll go inside in just a sec. This is why, if you don't put drainage holes in a plastic tub for the winter, you end up with lakes of ice and swats rod, black salsify, just growing through it. Ah! My daughter is attacking me. But yeah, this is just... That's just ice. Ah! Snowball fight! Silly, silly snowball fight. But yeah, this is Hilarious. Grass growing through the ice, and kale, and salsify. And, oh, I'm trying to figure out how big this is. Oh, it's really funny.
Look, Mom. You're covered in snow.
I am covered in snow. Oh, God. Well, that's a hilarious thing. That's how thick the ice is. Mistakes. Yeah, that's that block of ice. It's like a 1/4 inch thick. But yeah, that's hilarious. It's like a mouse ice skating rink. So this is the weirdness. Yellow beets that I transplanted in from outside. A yellow beet from the grocery store that was just in the fridge that I'm trying to grow for seed, because that's my weird seed hack. Because they're biennial, they normally take 2 years to set seed. My basil, which is growing into the light and needs to be topped so that it pushes out more. This was just some micro basil that I was harvesting and then letting some of the big ones stay up. Dill, tot soy, pak choi, more dill. These are physalis or ground cherries, or what is the other? The Cape gooseberries, right? Supposed to be notoriously hard to germinate, and instead I have a million of these in January, like a crazy person. Holy basil, which also is supposed to be hard to germinate. So I started these probably too early, like everything else. These beans have lost their minds. But yeah, the germination is weird. We're starting to get some peppers and eggplants coming up, but I'm gonna have to take these out and put them into a new home later today. I'm gonna put these with my potatoes that are in the gym garden. So those are coming up and they need more soil on top. So I'm just gonna plant these deeper in there and just let them live in there until it's warm enough to move everything out to the greenhouse. Yeah, more starts. Grocery store celery transplanted after getting some roots in water. Some of my kales that were behind on the other, so I just potted them up, but clearly, like, this guy is not heavy, so he's probably dead, but this one's okay. I should get these into better light and warmth. Some peas that I'm just growing for shoots, and maybe I'll pull some of these out and transplant them into the garden, because there's too many of them for me to use them all for shoots. And maybe we'll get some actual peas. But yeah, I tried doing these with no soil and just water. That was an epic failure. So with soil, I'm actually getting little plants and not just rotting peas in my house. And we had some of these for dinner last night, or the other night, with fish and chips. They're super tasty and very tall. And then these are my tomatoes for hanging baskets. I'm trying to keep them from getting way too big, way too fast. But we'll see. It'll be fine. This is a coffee plant that is just happy to be in this little corner. I'm bottom watering with this tray that's supposed to be for like a really big planter, but it's a little big for my windowsill, but it is holding everything. Mint that's over a year old, and sage that's over a year old, and basil that's over a year old. This is lemon basil, so this will be for teas and stuff. They're not as happy, but that's okay. It's fine. I have lots of these seeds and I can start more later. Yeah, and I just need to come and rough these up a bit so that they're not super weak and that they start to build stronger stems, so when they do get moved outside, they are not the weakest and they won't just succumb to the first heavy, strong wind or rain. So yeah, This one's super shaded, so it's tiny, but it'll work. Yesterday we had snow and all of it melted. All of it is gone, and in its place we have this beautiful sunny day, which is kind of amazing. Chickens just got their breakfast, except for these three, which I had to catch and sequester. They're probably going to end up eating the grass that's in there, so they'll still have a little bit of food in them, but I separated them because we are going to harvest the chickens because we have way too many roosters. We had 7 roosters, and I think we have 10 now, because I'm pretty sure 3 of these 4 Swedish Blomhorners are actually roosters. So in preparation for having too many roosters, we are going to get rid of the Sanderson Sisters because all 3 of them are roosters, and we're leaving the fellowship. And we also have 2 new silky babies, which no idea if they're male or female. They're too young, but we will see. But Legolas is the king rooster, so he gets to stay. Boromir and Gandalf are here, and then yes, and so that is Arwen is the last one that is staying. But that is Sarah and Winifred and Mary that are sequestered. And then that's Arwen with the epic mullet back there. I don't know if you can see all the white stringy on the back of her neck, but or his neck. But yeah, those are our 4 roos that get to stay. Gollum is the gray hen. And then gentrification is the white hen that has more of like a little mohawk, and then the other white hen that's taking care of the babies, that is Aragorn, who is my best hen. So yeah, and then Mary and Sam are my 2 black hens that are left. So that's what's going on. We're getting like 97% closer to being on purpose, accidental, slightly less accidental homesteaders. But yeah, and these roosters are 2.5, almost 3 years old, so they will be soup chickens, which, yeah. Oh, it just got so real. I just harvested these two little fennel from that bucket, so that I could use it for the chicken harvesting later. But this is the root system on these 2 little fennel. Yeah, these 2 little fennel made all these roots. And this is just in a bucket that had no drainage, and I put some straw to use for drainage. I don't remember what I grew in here, but this was the leftover root system. I think it was an eggplant, maybe, or a pepper, but the leek at the bottom, and it just, all the roots grew through all that. They actually are pretty healthy and white, considering, but yeah, this is a lot of roots for 2 very small fennel. Yeah, I've never grown fennel before, so this is just an experiment, and this was just a bucket in the yard. So this will potentially be breakfast, and that's just gonna get thrown into compost and hopefully make more food for us later. But I just thought that was kind of cool that was how much root development there was for just these 2 little plants. It had very large fronds, which was cool, and that we got anything at all, I'm happy with. So that's food. Well, that is an old IKEA rolling cart hanging rod, and 3 buckets that are technically for concrete mixing, that I grew plants in last year. And that's our portable killing station. We bought rope, so we're gonna hang them by their feet and drain them out, and that's the plan. And I'm not gonna show you that because I think that's too dark, but I asked a bunch of advice for how we should do this, and this is my last minute hack of how we're going to hang them up. And then we're probably going to put them in the unheated storage shed to cure for a couple days, just so that they can hang in fully bleed out and the meat can rest without getting frozen. Yeah, so that's the plan. Oh, winter.